Hi, my name is Darrell Gill, and these are my 6 observations of stores. I separated into 2 groups. 3 of them are discount stores, and 3 of them are outdoor outfitter stores. Let's start with the discount stores and Nordstrom Rack among those. It's supposed to be the discount portion of the very expensive department store. The prices were easy to find, and the only things that I would say that were different is the suit section and the lack of home goods and the carpet. I'll go over what I found that surprised me later. Next is Ross, and this place was very sterile feeling. Unlike the tan black color scheme of Nordstrom Rack, Ross had a white and royal blue. The employees had to wear blue, but most were not branded like the bright green and Nordstrom shirts that Nordstrom employees wore. Ross was very bland, the most bland, but they also had the most diverse shoppers next to TJ Maxx, which is next. TJ Maxx looks like they care about design. They had different faux wood in the main lanes going around the entire store. The racks that were higher looked like slatted wood, and there was even a fake plant in the bathroom. It was the most design centered out of the 3 discount stores. Their employees didn't wear uniforms, and you couldn't differentiate them from customers. However, they all have the same layout, which surprised me. Almost like they are copying each other, especially Nordstrom Rack. I feel they are the newest of the discount stores, and from what I read, is actually making the company some money, which is surprising because they are in the book Built to Last. The things that surprised me were there were blank spaces on the top of the walls with such high ceilings, you'd think they would display stuff there. All of them had very apparent security systems, which makes sense, and they all look like they are all designed for women, which I will touch on at the end of this video. Next are the outdoor apparel and gear stores. I love these stores. First, we look at REI. Employees had vests on, security systems were not visible, and there were a lot of products. In fact, they had beautiful displays, and they used every inch of their space, which was a commonality with these stores. They had similar sale area locations like the discount stores, which was in the back of the sections. The products were logically placed, but REI had a huge wood centerpiece, which made it feel very conducive to outdoor living. Next, I will talk about 511, which is more of a tactical gear store and the most sparsely visited store among the 3. There was only 3 customers in the store, and that's including myself. They were only men, and they had the smallest women's section of all the stores, all 6 of the stores, which makes sense because they make primarily tactical battle gear and men's tactical clothing. They too use the upper space of the walls, but for strictly design elements and entertainment, they don't display their pricing very well, and they played pop country music, which isn't my favorite, but for the area and the demographic, it makes sense. The last is Whole Earth Provisions, a local outdoor outfitter store in Austin. They also sell toys, which is perfect for Austin, because even the grown-ups in the city like to play with toys, myself included. It was the most packed store of all the 6. They had products all over the place, and there was barely enough room to walk down aisles without having to turn sideways. I always felt like I was going to knock something down, which I do, and I did. The rundown is that the stores tried to utilize all the space they could, but the discount stores have opportunities with their upper portions of the walls. I did like it. Did like how it felt more open, but the space is limited, so the blank spaces on the top of the walls are open canvases for possibilities, like in REI and Whole Earth Provision. The biggest thing that I noticed was that all of the stores are catered to women except for 511, which was the least populated. There were mostly women in all the stores, and that is why they catered to women. It makes sense with the old cultural norm, and maybe it's changing, that women are homemakers and they stay at home while men go to work. I don't necessarily agree with that idea of Susie Homemaker, but it looks like that is a norm. And the stores have 5 working days where women are the primary customer. Thanks for your time.